Appreciate everybody coming out. A tough ball game last Saturday. I was really proud of our effort. I thought the guys fought throughout the whole ball game, but we didn't play as crisp as we need to when you play the number 8 team in the country. Thought we tackled extremely well. Really did a good job playing with leverage, particularly through the first 3 quarters defensively. I think we gave up 20 yards rushing in the first half against a team that runs the ball on a lot of people. Offensively, we're really close, but we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot too much with penalties that put us behind the chains, missed assignments at times at the point of attack, and when you play a team that's one of the better defensive teams in the country, that's not going to help you, and it's going to cause you not to be successful. Thought we did a good job in the kicking game. Did a good job covering kicks. Had some good punt returns against them, and was proud how we went toe-to-toe with them. But, our goal is not to go toe-to-toe. Our goal is to win a game like that. And did that give us some confidence? I think in some regards it did, but our guys were highly disappointed after the ball game, as well they should be, because we can play a lot better than what we did last Saturday. Anybody have any questions?
Catch the flea flicker?
All of a sudden, we're going to go for 2 in that instance. It's 14-14, and things are looking a little better, and I think we surprised ourselves probably by being able to run the ball as effectively as we did, and probably needed to stay with that a little bit more. I thought the big matchup and key for them was they did a really good job in their secondary with coverage and tight coverage, and not giving small windows for our quarterbacks and receivers, and then when you got those small windows, you got to catch balls. I think we had 5 drops that could have been big plays, but we just got to play much more sharp than what we played against them.
Didn't look like they could move Jeffrey Johnson in the first half.
Yeah, Jeffrey played a good game, but I'll tell you what, old DeAndre Williams played his tail off. Cam Sample played his tail off. Patrick Johnson played his tail off. Jeffrey got a bunch of double teams, which is what you want, and he stayed at the point, which was good. But I thought our defensive line did an excellent job up there.
You think, Coach, that you are kind of on your way to building a defense that year in and year out?
Yeah, we hope so. We got a good style of defense. I really feel that, we've got a very multiple package, and we've got a very multiple package offensively too. But when you have that, you've got to be on point. There was a couple times with substitutions that hurt us in the game, with them running guys on, running guys off, and how they administered it was a little bit different than how we get it administered in the American. But you got to be able to understand that and play with it. Well, they're running off, and we're looking at the Iron Cross, the official, and I thought we bought a timeout one time, but I guess we didn't. The ball hadn't been snapped, and but that's how they call it, and you got to be able to play it that way in those situations.
But they do have to give you time to match up.
Yeah, they always give you time to match up, and we did match up quite often, and there's sometimes guys were coming on, then they're coming back off, and then you get with the matching stuff. Are they really going to let you match? It's almost a leap of faith. When the guy extends his arms, that you send your guys out there, and he's going to see it. And sometimes where we're at on the field, they couldn't see us coming on the field. The guy giving the signal for the match had his back turned to us because he's watching the football. So that's the part that you just got to do it. And if you get a penalty, you get a penalty, and hopefully they don't call it. And that's something we've done a pretty nice job, because it's so important. The reason why they're changing personnel is because they want to get the best matchup they can for the play call that they have. We'd like to get the best matchup we can with the guys that can play that personnel grouping. So, but I really felt like defensively we really played well through 3 quarters. Did an excellent job. we just need to keep working. It's not I've gone through this a bunch of times with guys, and sometimes you try too hard to get a guy a ball, and it's hard to get him the ball. And then also there's so many tags with what we're doing, where it might be a run, it might be a pass, it might be a pass to somebody else based on their deployment, with the RPOs and all those kind of different things. So we're just going to keep working at it.
Do you think the change in offense will help you recruit an elite receiver to the program?
I think it will. I think that's a good question. I think it will. We use the whole field. I think it's a great offense for, and I'm not a guy who pushes the pro deal all the time. I know a lot of coaches, that's all they talk about is guys playing the NFL and and go Saints, by the way. That was a heck of a game last night. But, it is a style of play that a guy can move on to the next level, whether he's an offensive lineman, a tight end, a back, a receiver, a quarterback. And so I think that's good. And kids like seeing that. They like seeing the ball distributed amongst a bunch of guys. And when you're, you got to take advantage of using the whole field. And if you're just going to run straight at people, you got to be better than them.
Do you think, Coach, even though you didn't win the game, that the ability to be right there in the game will help you in recruiting now?
I think if you watch the game, you saw that we had a lot of chances. And I think anytime you play on a national platform like that, it helps your program out. And if you play well, it helps you out. But, that's kind of a moral victory, I guess. We're just disappointed. We've moved on. I know we come in here on Tuesday and we talk about that, but the game seems like it's about 2 weeks ago for me. We've worked like crazy since that point, but we got to move on. But that's a game we want to win, and that's what we went there for. And we had our chances and we didn't take advantage of it.
What are your thoughts on Missouri State?
I think they've got 2 weeks to prepare for us. We're probably going to see a little bit different than what they've done in the past. They've got a new coordinator on offense. He did a few different things in game one that they hadn't shown last season. That's a program that, I know their head coach, Coach Steckel, was at Mizzou, and I was at Central Missouri, and got a lot of respect for him. Know a lot of guys on their staff. So I know this is when I was coaching 1AA football, this was big when you got an opportunity to go play a Division I program, and you were really, pointing towards that game to show how good of a football player you were.
Preach even keel all the time.
Yeah.
For your players coming off an emotional game like Auburn this week, you have to stress to them that you can't.
We stressed it yesterday. We're not going to do anything different. Like I tell you all the time, hopefully you come out and watch us practice and we do the same. We're having the same energy and bringing it every single week. And I don't think our kids aren't going to see anything different from me or my coaches. I know that. And, we just want improvement. And, after the ball game, I heard guys talking about the season. I said, hey, let's put that to bed, man. All we're worried about is being 1-0 this week.
Anything else?
Pretty good. Thank you all. Appreciate it.